Drew, well, the federal trial in the Tyre Nichols death case, that trial's going to stay in Memphis, at least for now. 4 of the 5 former Memphis police officers charged with federal rights violations in connection to the beating death of Tyre Nichols were back in court today. Fox 13 investigative reporter Kayla Solomon breaks down what else we learned.
The reason given by a federal judge to decide against a change of venue motion is because he says there's no evidence of prejudice when it comes to the jury pool at this time. But he did say he'd leave the door open for either defense attorneys or the federal government to refile that motion at a later time. The reason given by a federal judge to not grant the change in venue motion is because he says there's currently no signs of prejudice when it comes to that jury pool. But he did leave the door open for defense attorneys or the federal government to go ahead and refile that motion if they choose to within the next few months. Now, a lot of scheduling happened during Thursday's hearing. We now know the dates when motions will be filed, the deadlines for responses to those motions, and we also know that about a month from now there will be 2 days set aside to go through that motion to sever. That will mean that if granted, the defendants could possibly get separate trials. We also know that there will also be a motion to discuss the jury questionnaire, which is what people will be able to answer before they're able to serve on this jury. That federal judge did also add that we are still slated for a September trial. Now, again, this is for those federal criminal charges. There will still be a separate trial that will happen on the state criminal charges, as well as that federal civil case that are both still pending. In downtown Memphis, Kayla Solomon, Fox 13 News.